skills and talents, you can be creating such happiness for yourself. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh, I definitely would agree, and I'll just give you a quick example. When I graduated high school, I flew through high school. Everything that I was thrown at me, I absorbed and was able to pass the test as necessary. And when I got my first job, I thought that would continue, that opportunity to learn and grow continuously, as I was able to do in high school. But after a few weeks at that first job, something didn't seem right. I mean, I was just doing the same things over and over and over again. Yeah, once in a while an opportunity will come my way, and I might be able to do something a little different for a week or two, or maybe move into a whole new job. But after the same amount of weeks, a couple weeks, I was doing the same thing day in, day out. Didn't really feel like I was creating anything. Basically, I was just going through the motions. I was producing values, as we say. And that has continued on for most of my adult life, at least my working life. I've gone from job to job to job because after I learned everything that I could at a job, I got bored. I was in a stagnant rut, and I basically wasn't happy. And that, basically going into my personal life, it all started with the dissatisfaction through my jobs. And I've done all kinds of jobs. I mean, I've been a truck driver. I'm currently a truck driver now. I've worked in a machine shop. I've worked on packaging equipment all over the world. I've traveled, and I got tired of it. And it's just that is what we talk about when we talk about a stagnant rut, going and producing the value over and over and over again without creating anything. And that's what we're talking about when we talk about that job explosion and evolution. And this speaks directly to people that you may like what you're currently doing, you just don't like the way it's, you're told to do things. Maybe you have a better way of doing it that will basically help make the company more money. Well, how exhilarating would that be that you would be able to have that opportunity? And you would also profit, from those, increase in profits for the company. To me, that's really stimulating, Steve.
Oh, big time. I'll tell you that, Larry. And you know what I like about it is that you've just really given us what we call a testimonial. You've told us a little bit about your own background, and now our audience can listen and hear, hey, we're just like everybody. We're just like you out there. We're all moving forward. We're, ordinary men and women, if you want to call that term, who are becoming extraordinary, because we're using our talents and our traits, and we're living very happy lives now because we are using our what we call Friday night essences, and we're starting to develop and grow and contributing to others. And that's a big secret because many people don't realize when you start contributing to others, you're going to feel better too, and you're helping others, and especially when you're doing something you like and something that you know you can develop and you can make an income from. You can make a nice living from it and become even in a wealthy mind, not only a mindset, but in your way of living. So look at that, and as we're talking tonight, look at yourselves, everybody, and see what you're looking at, because that's what we want you. We want to have you kind of it's called reflection. You can reflect from what you're hearing with us talking and look at yourselves. And what Larry just talked about with his own background is, again, a testimonial reinforcing how once we start getting out of a stagnant mentality as well as a way of living, we start to really live and enjoy life. And that's what we want everybody to be offering.
Well, we were talking about how the individual's jobs are going to change from the routine rut, stagnation trap type of job to a living job where they get to create values for society and really enjoy every moment of that job. Not even a job. It's really an essence. It's their part in society. But we didn't talk about one key important aspect of this, and that is that how are these new jobs going to come available? Because, everybody has that essence right now, but there's not necessarily the jobs out there for those people. So the other side of this is that the jobs are going to become available for the people. And that's going to happen because of the regulations are going to be cut from industry in the marketplace, and the businesses that are out there and the people that are out there are going to become more competitive. And just because of that competition, it's going to force the companies out there and the people out there to have the living jobs rather than the stagnating jobs. And those jobs will become more available. Larry was saying that he worked in various different jobs, doing repetitive actions, monotonous type work. That's going to change. It's going to change to where people have the living job, and that means you're doing what you want to do. You're doing what your essence is, and those jobs will become available. And more, the routine stagnation trap jobs will fall away. And the economy will build and build and build and build and build, and you'll have more jobs. So it all starts with removing the regulations and, turning everything back over to the free market. And that's really where the geniuses get their chance. And by the way, everybody's a genius. Everybody has this creativity. They have a creative essence. And at one point in your life, you knew that, if you don't know that now. And you'll discover that in the 12 Visions world.
Thank you, Michael. I want to stick with that thought, creating values, and I want to discuss that in a moment. But we need to take a break. So, gentlemen, hang tight. We want to get back to creating values. And this is Steve Fagan. We're with NTR, Neothink Radio, and we will be right back.
NTR. Neothink Radio Network. Visit neothinkradio.com.
NTR is always on the search for quality products and services for our staff and for you, our listeners. One of those products is ManaV. Since 2005, ManaV has been a leader in the health and wellness industry. ManaV is a convenient beverage. Just 2 ounces a day and you'll feel the difference. Learn more about this amazing product. Contact Mike Sunderoff. Go to our website, ntrtalk.com, and click on the banner of the bottles of ManaV. Cheers.
Welcome to Water2.com. My name is Tim Lambright, and I'll be bringing you products, services, and companies that have helped me, my friends, and family with great success. And I hope they help you. So let's get started. Water. I got a real attitude about water. And thus the name of the site, Water2.com. If you got any questions, contact me. Sign up for the email list. I'll keep you updated with all the most up-to-date information that I'm coming across. And I welcome you again to Water2.com, and I invite you back over and over.
NTR. Neothink Radio Network.
Well, hi, this is Steve Fagan, and my guests today are Mr. Michael Dilworth and Larry Wert. We are currently talking about the 7 visions, which are the 7 campaign visions for the 12 Visions Party. And we were discussing creativity and unleashing the geniuses, which are all of you, all of us in society. And Larry, I want to talk a little bit again, because you really started bringing this up, and Michael reinforced it, and I'll get Michael's input in a moment. But creating values, and what does that do for not only you, but for society as we continue to create more values?
Well, we'll just step back for a minute. Most of us are used to producing values, something that someone else came up with. They invented something, they came up with an idea, or they found a way to improve a business or a service or some kind of value. And now we basically produce that over and over and over again. The difference where we take this mentality shift into creating values, we're actually the ones that we take that routine rut that we currently do, that there may be one part of it we enjoy, and we start improving on that. That is creating value. And even though we're only improving a current technology or service, that still is creating. Others of us will actually create new values which have not been seen before. They'll come up with a new service, a new product. And that creating, when we start getting into the creation-driven life, again, we basically, a burden is lifted off of our shoulders. We begin to actually use that thing between our ears for the first time in some of our lives,
I produce for my bosses. I produce for other people. I help make people incomes. I was pretty much taught that's what I was supposed to do, and that's what I did. But I never could get that happiness factor. I got that, okay, I guess this is as good as it gets. And I didn't get it that I could make it really dynamic and exciting. And the moment